What's up everyone, Off the Cuff Reviews here. My name's Alex and today I have a special new video. We are going to go back to my roots on here and we're going to be talking about the movie Together. So let's get into it. So the reason why I'm saying let's go back to my roots is because I feel like it's been a while on this channel specifically that I did a movie review, because when I started this channel, it was only movie reviews and I was doing a lot of work for those movie reviews. I was actually like writing out whole scripts for the movie reviews. But today we are going back to my roots. Like I said, we are going to be talking about the movie Together that stars Alison Brie and Dave Franco, directed by Michael Shanks. So let's dive into this movie. There is a lot to chat about. First of all, this movie is mired in a lawsuit right now. I originally wanted to, no joke, I was actually gonna go and do a comparison video, kind of like the video that I did for The Ring, which you guys can go view right now, where I compared The Ring remake to the original. That video was a labor of love and I really love The Ring and that series, that franchise. It's one of my favorites, which is why I put so much work into it. This one, on the other hand, it was going to be a comparison because of the lawsuit, because the lawsuit claims that Dave Franco and Alison Brie did some kind of weird conspiracy to pretty much steal the copyright and infringe on this guy's copyright, because the lawsuit states that this guy who made this other movie called Better Half, which we will get to in a second, the lawsuit says the people that made the movie Better Half, they ended up, before they actually made the movie, they ended up sending the script and the screenplay over to Dave Franco and Alison Brie, and they ended up actually turning the project down. Alison Brie and Dave Franco, they turned the project down, and then they actually went on to pretty much make the same movie. That is what the lawsuit is alleging. Now, at first, the lawsuit looks pretty compelling because of a lot of different factors, and I'm gonna be honest with you, even right now, I'm still kind of like, well, it sounds pretty bad. Like, it sounds way worse than a normal copyright lawsuit. A lot of copyright lawsuits, they don't really have, oh, well, we sent them the script. They don't have that part in it. It's usually just like, oh, I made a ghost movie and then The Conjuring made their ghost movie, so I'm going to sue them for money. No, that's not what's happening here. The people who made Better Half are claiming that they literally sent a script over to, or screenplay over to Dave Franco and Alison Brie, who turned it down and then basically made the exact same movie with Neon and Michael Shanks. And they did that because they wanted to be producers on the thing. That is what is being alleged. Now, with that said, I was going to do a comparison video between the two because we were so, like, upset about the movie Together being stolen, because we were actually on the side of the other lawsuit, of the other people in the lawsuit, because we were like, well, this sounds pretty bad, and like we really were on the side, like we're in the trenches fighting. And the thing is like, we went to go watch it and we can't. There's nowhere to watch this movie and this other movie, Better Half, and I'm like, well, it's the year of our Lord 2025 and you haven't put your movie out. Now, you made the movie. The movie's made. It's finished. You even premiered it at a film festival, but then you never showed it again. I don't know. It's very weird. And it's like, well, they probably didn't get a distributor. I understand that, but hey, guess what? If you don't get a distributor, why would you just shelve your fucking movie then, brother? Hey, brother. Hey guy who's doing that movie, who did Better Half, hey, go into my comments and let me know why you pretty much have given up on distributing your movie. I would like to know. I would like an answer, because it's the year of 2025, and if you are suing another filmmaker because you think that they stole your shit and you think that your shit is so prolific that they stole it from you, I want to know why you don't know that you could literally just put your shit on Tubi, and I'm saying it's literally that easy. If you have a movie made and it's already premiered at a film fest, it's literally that easy for yourself to go and get your film distributed by yourself on Tubi and or other platforms like Tubi, like a Pluto or whatever it is. It's very easy. There's actually things online where you can actually go, like I think one is called Film Hub or something, where they will help you get your movie on those platforms. And you can't tell me that that wouldn't work for you. Have you seen some of the stuff that is on Tubi? It is literally really low budget nonsense. I'm not saying all of it is. I'm just like trying to say that there are some really low budget stuff that's like really like probably questionable whether it should actually ever be distributed like that. Like I'm talking about like really like not good stuff. And I'm just saying that you could have put your movie out on Tubi or somewhere. It's an option, and you chose to not do that, and that's fine, but I'm just trying to say it doesn't really look good for you in the lawsuit. Now, if you're trying to just say, well, it's the screenplay, that it's just the screenplay, it has nothing to do with the movie, well, then okay, that's a different thing, but at the same time, still doesn't look good for you that you're not distributing your movie and no one can see it. I don't know, man. I'm just saying it's just very questionable. It's all very questionable. Now, with that said, I was on the side of the other guy that put out the Better Half movie, and now that I can't see the movie, I'm just kind of like shrugging my shoulders. Well, I don't know how I can take your side anymore because you won't even put your movie out at all. And at the same time, with that said, none of us can really make any kind of conclusion. The reason why I'm even talking about this so passionately is because I've seen so many other YouTubers and other people online, other people that I respect, like Ren from Corridor Digital, or Amanda the Jedi, for example. Both of those people literally went on their own platforms on YouTube claiming that they have debunked the lawsuit. The lawsuit's debunked. And their evidence is, well, Michael Shanks told me that he didn't do it. He didn't steal it. Well, Michael Shanks investigated himself for the crimes that he's being committed, and he's saying that he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Because I'm his friend. It's like, brother, I don't think that's how that works, okay? I just don't think that's how that works, alright? But, that's my thing. So now that all of us, including Red and including Amanda, can't really claim that it's debunked because it's just one guy versus another guy, we have to actually take a step back and say, well, we have to wait for the lawsuit to be over or something to happen, whether it's going to be dismissed or thrown out or whether it's going to be settled out of court, something, whatever happens, there's a lawsuit happening right now that we just don't have any answers for yet. So we can't really come to a conclusion one way or the other. And I was trying to really ride for these other guys, but the fact that they're just not even putting their movie out at all, it's just giving like that maybe they don't want anyone to see it. I don't know. I just don't know, man. Now let's get into the actual movie Together. And let's talk about it. So Together is a movie, at its core, it's a movie about people fusing together. And I don't know if that's like necessarily a spoiler or not. By the way, this will be spoiled. I'm just gonna say spoilers. So if you guys don't like spoilers, I guess click away, but we're gonna talk about spoilers. I think you have to. So the movie itself is about this couple who are kind of going through some relationship problems, and that is kind of the core of the movie. The movie itself, even like the body horror aspects, are kind of trying to say something about the relationship aspects. And a lot of the movie and the journey that you go through with these characters are trying to explain the relationship dynamic and the issues that are going on in their relationship and between those two people. It kind of, I just felt like I felt like there was a big plot point towards the end of the movie with cults and weird stuff like that, and I thought that that part was very shoehorned in there. It felt very forced, and it felt like it didn't need to be in there. It felt like there was so many different ideas, and also that is also just like a very like predictable kind of idea, but it just felt like forced in there because they may have not had like another explanation or something. And I don't really like that aspect of it. I think my biggest gripes with this whole movie are the writing. It just feels like, and I personally would actually give this movie a pass on some of the writing problems that I have with it, because I have done that in the past for other movies, but Neon decided to act like this was the best movie of the year. They kept saying it was going to be the scariest movie of the year. They kept saying it was going to be the best movie you've ever seen. And it's just not that. And on top of it, there's actually a lot of technical problems. So now if you're going to claim that your movie is the best movie of the year and that you didn't steal this movie, well, now I'm going to be really critical about the movie. I'm going to be keeping a keen eye of what I like and what I don't like on it. And the writing is one of the problems that I had with the movie. I thought that the movie was actually very competently shot. I thought that it looked really nice, and it's watchable. It's put together, it's watchable, it's very like, it is a decent movie. It's for sure a decent movie. And if you told me that this movie was PG-13, I would have been like, yeah, sure, yeah, okay. But I don't think it is PG-13, and I don't know why they would just like, they should have probably just cut out like a couple of the nude scenes, or like the genital parts that they showed, and just made this like PG-13 and kind of neutered it a little bit, and then just like thrown it out in theaters, like a huge wide release, like bigger than they had, because they probably would have made a lot more money, probably would have had a lot more people in the seats, and then I probably also would have been a little bit more forgiving about the writing and some of the other problems that I had with it. But when you're trying to like claim this is the best movie of the year and all this other shit, and it's gonna be really scary, and it's like the grossest movie that you've seen, well, no, it's not. And the body horror was actually pretty lacking in the movie. Now there is a body horror scene, especially towards the end of the movie, that really, like, there's a couple of body horror scenes where there's people fusing together, and those are really where like the bulk of like the body horror comes into play. There's other aspects. There's actually a really cool shot in the movie where Dave Franco is like, it's in the middle of the night, and Alison Brie wakes up to Dave Franco. She's hearing sounds, and she turns on the light, and Dave Franco's swallowing her hair. I thought that was a really cool shot. Looked really nice. Thought that was like really compelling. It was really well done. And that was probably the scariest moment of the whole movie, for me at least, and I thought it was really well done. Now, with all of that said, I also still just think that this movie is pretty forgettable. Now, I feel like that comes down to the writing aspects. There are probably some other elements there, but if it was like written a little bit better, if there's more better and unique plot points going on, we probably something would have stuck with us more. But yeah, it's pretty forgettable in my opinion. And like, I feel like they put a lot of money and effort into like maybe the marketing, but they probably should have like put more money into like maybe doing some cooler shots. And I heard that Michael Shanks had a cooler idea for like a really cool shot, like an overhead shot or something of like with a cave area, and that he claims that he just didn't have the budget for it, which okay, then why'd they go so hard in the marketing for it? It's like, I felt like they were trying to overcompensate for like the lack of something in the movie. That's what it felt like to me. And Neon seems to keep doing that. I don't know why. It seems like there's like some things lacking in their movies, and then they put out this like crazy marketing campaign for the movie. But like, there are movies that are really compelling and super niche and really fucking good, don't have the crazy marketing budget. And it's just like, I don't know why they keep doing that. I know that, by the way, that this movie review might be contentious, because I know a lot of people like this movie. They fucking fawn over fucking Alison Brie and fucking Dave Franco. I don't know. I don't really care. I just don't really like the movie movie overall. I thought it was decent, watchable. I gave it a 3.5. It's watchable. Maybe a 3. Probably I could have probably bumped it down to a 3, like I said, 3 out of 5. I just don't think it was like the best, grossest movie of the year. Could have been done a lot better, especially for somebody who's trying to defend themselves in a lawsuit. There's just a lot of like predictable nonsense in it that's just like, okay, yeah, well, obviously some other movie could have done that. And one other gripe, before I let you guys go, one other gripe that I have with the movie. Even though it's competently shot, I thought it was watchable, and I thought that like they actually put it together pretty nicely. I thought like the color grading was really nice. I like the colors they used. One thing I didn't like, and this is something that I actually thought I was going to like about it, was the fact that they used Dave Franco and Alison Brie, who are a real couple. And I thought, oh, well, they're a real couple, so they'll actually do something really authentic in this movie. It'll feel more real. And, well, it doesn't feel more real. It felt really forced. It felt like they were kind of forcing their performances, especially on the Alison Brie side, but kind of also on the Dave Franco side. I can't let him slide on this. It felt like he was trying a little bit more than Alison Brie to sell the story to us, but I just don't really feel the connection. I didn't feel the authenticity with it, and I thought I was going to. I thought I was going to really like that about the movie, but I don't. So that was another big gripe that I have with it. But I think my main problem lies in the writing. Could have been better. I feel like I would have liked it. I feel like I would have liked the movie a lot more if they hadn't just told us that this movie was going to be the best movie of the year and produced it and just overhyped it in the marketing campaign, or else I probably would have liked it more. But with that said, that was my review of Together. If you have seen this movie, let me know down below your thoughts. Let's talk about it. That's okay. I don't care if you guys loved this movie. Let's chat about it. Let's talk about what you guys liked or disliked in the comments. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. Stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching.
They call me a god. 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 Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top.